What is up? It's NFL Week 2. I'm Ryan Weisse, and it's Friday, or as we like to call it here at Club Fantasy, Thrive Day. Our partner, Thrive Fantasy, is an app that combines player prop betting and DFS. A quick explanation would be every week on the main slate, you're going to pick over or under on 10 player props. Everything starts with a base of 100 points. The more likely it is to happen, the fewer points it's worth. But the less likely it is to happen, the more points it's worth. So not only do you need to be right, you also need to score the most points. If it's something you're interested in trying, be sure to check the link in the description. If you use our link in our code CLUB, CLUB, Thrive will match your opening deposit up to $100. So you're already going to get more money than you started with, but our goal here is to help you win some money. We start with an article on our website by Chris Molina. Chris gives you his 5 favorite props every single week, and he hit on every one of them last week. They're the safe, smart picks. I'm going to go the other route. And what I mean by that is I'm going to give you my 5 things that are on the less likely to happen side, but they're all worth more than 100 points. So you can score a lot if I'm right. I hit on 4 of 5 last week. Let's see if I can do better this week. I'm going to start with the thing I'm most confident in, and that is Joe Mixon going up against the Bears, going over 75.5 rushing yards. This pays 110 points on Thrive. Last week, Mixon went for 127 yards, and the Rams went for 72 yards on the Bears. Mixon is better than the Rams running backs. He proved that last week. I feel like this is a lock, and that's a lot of points that you can lock in. Number 2, I'm going to go the other direction. It's going to be Big Ben taking on the Las Vegas Raiders under 265.5 passing yards. I think the Steelers are going to establish the run in this game. They're going to try to establish Najee Harris. He did not look good in his first game last week. I think the Raiders are going to want to keep the ball on the ground. So this is going to be a very fast, very low scoring game. And I don't see a reason Ben is going to have to go over 265.5 passing yards. He only threw for 188 last week, and the Raiders only allowed 235. This is 105 points on Thrive. And again, I feel pretty confident that this could go down. The next is going to be Cooper Kupp going over 6.5 receptions against Indianapolis. Last week, Kupp was targeted 10 times and reeled in 7 balls. So he beat that 6.5 last week. The Colts only gave up 9 receptions to wide receivers last week, but I really think we're seeing a rapport built between Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp, where Kupp is the true number 1 on this team, and we can expect big totals out of him every week. And this pays 105 points on Thrive. The next one's going to be Justin Jefferson going up against the Arizona Cardinals in what should be the highest scoring game of the week. I'm going to say Jefferson goes over 89.5 passing or receiving yards, and that's going to be worth 110 points. Last week, he only hit 71, but it was a weird game. KJ Osborne was very involved. The Bengals beat the Vikings. A lot of things we didn't expect to happen happened. It's going to, again, be a very high-scoring game, and the Cardinals gave up over 150 yards to receivers last week. That means Jefferson has a good chance to cash in over 89.5, and that's worth 110 points on Thrive. The last one is DJ Moore scoring a touchdown, and we all know that's a rarity to begin with, and that's why it's worth 115 points. He didn't score last week, so maybe that means he's due. It was a very weird game for the Saints last week. The Packers couldn't get anything going, so we didn't see a lot out of the Packers wide receivers. It was a good game for Carolina. Moore led the team in targets. That tells me he's more likely to score a touchdown than not as he builds his rapport with Sam Darnold. So those are my 5 picks. That's worth 115, by the way, if I didn't mention that. So those are my 5 picks. I think there's a lot of points to be had there. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing giveaways all the time. Next week, we're giving away an autographed David Montgomery jersey. So if you're subscribed by next Wednesday, you'll be entered into that drawing. Make sure you check those links in the description. I'll have Chris's article down there so you can get his safe picks. I'll have the Thrive link so you can get that free money. And good luck this week, unless you're playing me.